Okay, good to see everybody. Another good day today. We'll still be in training camp mode. I know that it's game week. We got a game on Friday night, but we'll treat today as truly a training camp day. Tomorrow we'll spend some more time on Jacksonville. We'll practice a little bit earlier tomorrow afternoon, get on the airplane, get down to Jacksonville tomorrow night. So looking forward to a really good day today. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Kevin, do you know what the plan at quarterback is for Friday yet?
I do. I haven't shared it with the team yet, so I'll wait on announcing that. But we have a framework, Jake, of how we're going to handle this preseason. As you know, you always reserve the right to change your mind based on, how practice goes and those type of things. But we're pretty confident in the plan we have.
Will Watson make the trip?
Yes.
Can you share with us if he will play in this game at all?
Not right now, Mary Kay, but I will at some point.
If you do go with Deshaun Watson, you've given your starting offensive line some preseason off. Would you start your first offensive line if you didn't play Deshaun?
I think I would tell you it kind of remains to be seen, Jeff, but I'll have those type of conversations later in the week.
We won't get to speak to you though until
Darn.
probably.
I didn't know that.
So
I'll let you know.
okay.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. Not keeping it a secret. I just want to make sure I tell the team first.
So Kareem came back to team drills. Can you, address, what did you make of that, and are things better now?
Yeah, Mary Kay, just like last time, I don't really want to get into those type of things. I feel like those are internal. Those are between myself and the players, and this team and the players, and that's how we'll handle those type of things. Like I told you guys yesterday, I have a ton of respect for Kareem as a person, and he's a really good football player.
Keeping things internal, though, are you at least comfortable where the relationship and situation is?
Yeah, again, not going to make a comment on those type of things.
Will your plan be similar to last year with the way you use starters in preseason games? I know you sat them out, I think, the first couple.
Yeah, I think it will be similar, but I think you have to make decisions based on your team, and every year things are different. I think the one thing of note is we have Philly coming in week 2 to practice versus them. I do think that's a great opportunity to get 2 really good days of work in a controlled setting where you don't have to play your starters as much in that week 2 per se. I do think week 3 we still treat as a dress rehearsal, so to speak. So is it exactly the same plan as last year? No, just because it's not the same team. But I do believe that week 2 practices make it important, or allow you to maybe not play guys in that second game as much.
With the third preseason game still being that dress rehearsal, and there's no fourth preseason game where you get to look at guys that are on the back end where you have to make those difficult roster decisions, do you kind of maybe flip the script a little and really look at those back end guys in the first and second preseason games now?
Potentially, yeah. I think you're right, Daryl, in that you don't have that fourth game, so you got to find opportunities for those guys, because you really do want to make some, or not want to, we're going to have to make some tough decisions, and I want to give those guys a fair shake. So they get reps out here. As you know, they don't get a ton of reps when you're talking about the threes, so I want to give everybody a fair shake.
Kevin, I know you talked about the plan and whoever the starting quarterback is. Do you abide by the rule that the starting quarterback's out there, the starting offensive line can be out there too?
I'd say it depends. It depends on who your players are in those scenarios.
I know you have a plan for Jacoby, to get Jacoby ready. The fact that he hasn't taken a lot of first-team reps so far, would that lead to him maybe playing more in the preseason?
Yeah, I'm confident in our plan, Scott. Obviously, like I've told you guys, that will adjust based on information. I'm really comfortable in what Jacoby's done to date with his reps. He's gotten a lot of them. He's gotten some with the ones, some with the twos, and we'll stick to our plan absent any new information.
Have you seen so much in your career when you have a player who is emotional and passionate and might have a certain reaction to something? Are you one that can let a player recover from skipping team drills or whatever, come back and still be in good standing in the game?
So I would just tell you, not specific to what you're saying, Mary Kay, but with all of our guys, we're all human. We got 90 guys in this roster, and all these coaches, we're all human. We all are dealing with things outside of this building. So I'm respectful of that with all of our guys. And I think you got to meet everybody where they are in that moment.
decided if if David Bell and Anthony Schwartz will be able to play Friday night?
We've talked about it, Scott. I'm not. I haven't made a decision yet. I do think it's important that we get our guys good reps, both here in practice and in the games, if that's what they need. But those two guys in particular, I'll wait to make a decision on them.
What have you seen out of them in their comeback since?
Not a lot yet, to be fair. Just a couple 10 team plays or so the last time we're out here. So it's just going to be a matter of adding more reps to what they're doing. You have two really intelligent football players, guys that I do want to see more of, obviously, but got to be mindful of their coming off injury.
Harry and Humphrey came in here with just a lot of energy after the draft and that. And, he seems, and we talked to him today, and he talked about saving that energy for the field when he's out there. Just what have you observed from him? I know he had that virtual sack the other day in that 2-minute drill, but just what have you seen from him?
I like that, virtual sack. There were other sacks in that 2-minute drill too. And since you brought it up, I told the defensive line, I'm going to let them play. There are going to be sacks here, but I'm going to let you play. So sometimes it could be misleading when the offense moves the ball down the field in a 2-minute when it likely would have been sacked. Perrion, as you guys know, full of life, full of energy, full of personality. I do think he understands that this is his job. He's a professional. He's a young player, so we're going to bring him along like we do with young players and mentor him both from the coaches and the veterans on this team. But I do think he gets the seriousness of this and that he's got to work at his craft.
Good to have
When you in bringing these guys down early for Jacksonville, is part of it because you're here at this campus all year round and they don't get to get away a little bit and have that feel like some other teams do, and you sort of get
A little bit of that, Mary Kay. I was with the Vikings for a bunch of years where we went to Mankato all the time, which was an hour and 15 down the road, and I think there was something to that collegial element of being together. We were going to go on I wanted to do this regardless of where we were going. Didn't matter where we were going. I wanted to kind of do a 2-day trip and get some things done. So fortunately, I think we have a good plan.
And can you share with us what kind of fun you're going to
I can't because, again, it's a secret to the team. I haven't told them about it, so I can't tell you yet.
Are you planning on leaving the hotel other than?
Yes. Yes. You.
SeaWolves?
Oh.
So you can't say
We'll
it.
see. Will you be down there, Tony?
Not that early.
A stakeout waiting for us to leave? Yeah, we'll be doing some team activities.
Question about Jed Wills. He said he played about 50% of his level while he was playing through that ankle injury because you guys were short-handed on tackle. Does that say score points with the staff, with the players?
Well, I'll take Jed at his word, if that's how he felt. But I do think going back to those moments, a young player battling through injuries and still playing, I thought, at a pretty high level, I think says a lot about him and that, in turn, his teammates see that. So I do think that's important because you never feel 100% in this game. You just don't. You battle through some nicks and bruises and those type of things. Now, when you're injured. I get that part. But to see a guy push through and perform, I thought, at a high level was impressive. Now, does he want to get better? Yes, and obviously being healthy allows him to do that.
Hey, Kevin, I heard you what you said about bringing Perrion along. But what is he showing you on the field? Has he shown you improvement since the start of camp?
Yeah, he's working really hard, Jeff. I mean, I go back to we had him for 9 weeks in the off season, and he made strides there as he learned about our system and how we play. And then we brought the rookies in 4 days early, so made strides there. And then even now, I think you'll find him out here early with the coaches, working on his craft, all the young guys. They just need time to work on their craft. There's no secret, there's no shortcut to this thing.
I know Perrion has kind of talked about watching Miles, but a lot of these rookies seem like they've maybe latched on to a veteran. I guess just how important is that to building team chemistry when you have these younger guys who are willing to learn from these older guys?
I think, Ashley, it works both ways. I think we have veterans that are willing to work with young guys, and obviously the young guys are listening and taking what these older players say to heart. And I just think that's part of being a really good team, is bringing your rookies along, because the truth is, in the NFL, you're going to need your rookies, and they're going to play early, and that's certainly been the case for us the last couple of years. So we want to bring our guys along as quickly as we can.
When you look at JOK and Jacob, and then Anthony Walker said he's got speed too, how important is it for you to have guys that run like they do in linebacker?
Yeah, team speed's a big deal when it comes to our defense. It's one of the principles of this defense that Andrew's built. We want guys that are able to run sideline to sideline, and guys that are able, with their length, to defend some of the unique offensive attacks that you get in the modern day and age.
Kevin, has it occurred to you that perhaps in the midst of the team building exercises that you guys might have news dropped on you that Deshaun could be out for a lot longer than 6 games? Has that occurred to you? And if so, how could you approach that?
I think you know me well enough, Mary Kay, where we're just dealing with today. I don't know any other way to do it, and I think the team understands that as well.